Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Ringover webinar where we're going to talk about the solution and power. I'm just going to wait a few minutes so more people can join us. While we are waiting, I'm going to show you our self-learning page, which is ringover.com /first steps with Ringover. So in this page, you're going to find all that you need to know in order to use the Ringover solution. So whether you are a user, an admin, or a supervisor, you're going to find a training path. And then using the training path, you can learn how to get started with Ringover, making and receiving calls, all of the features that are important for the Ringover users. I'm going to show you as well our support page, which is support.ringover.com. So here on this page, you're also going to find all the information about the important features here in Ringover, such as the messaging, the number management, the collaboration, the call management. So you're going to find all of these articles here in the support page. And you're also going to find the webinar page where you have access to all of our past webinars and our next webinars in English, which are, so today our webinar, and the next webinar is going to be Unlock the Power of the Ringover API. So if you have a little bit of technical knowledge, you can also join this webinar. The first steps with Ringover, and the Empower statistics. So pay attention to our next webinars if you want to learn more about the Ringover solution. So let's start webinar. So today we're going to learn how to maximize your return on investment with Empower, which is our AI solution here at Ringover. So welcome to this webinar. My name is Marcos. I am part of the quality and learning team here at Ringover. And our main goal is to train you so you can effectively use the Ringover tools and solutions. So today I'm joined by Bruna, which is also part of the quality and learning team. She's going to be answering all of your questions. So feel free to use the questions tab to ask all of your questions, and Bruna will answer them while I'm presenting the webinar. And if your question is not answered, then I'm going to answer your question by the end of the webinar. So let's see our agenda for today. Why use Empower, key Empower features, the demonstration time, and then the questions and answers session at the end of the webinar. So why use Empower? If you work in a sales team, Empower will help you to improve lead follow-up, to maximize conversion opportunities. We also help you to ensure clear and consistent communication to build trust and establish solid relationship with prospects. Empower will also help you to follow the productivity of the sales team and optimize note-taking and call documentation to save time and improve accuracy. If you work in a support team, then Empower will help you to ensure service quality, to facilitate the training of new agents by using concrete and structured examples, improve individual performance monitoring, and improve the documentation of customer interactions to ensure that information is retained completely and accurately. So we're going to see how all of the Empower features will help you to achieve all of these goals. So we also have here the key features of Empower, such as the call summary, which is will help you to automate your tasks. So no need to listen to every recording because you have access to the summary, the text summary that you can read, and then you can analyze in order to understand the call without having to listen to every conversation. You also have the library, which help you to classify calls according to examples. the moments, which is our feature that will help you to assign automatic tags to your calls so you can find them more easily. And you also have the Empower Recorder, which allows you to record and retrieve all of your interactions, even the interactions outside of Ringovers. So if you're using, for instance, Google Meet, you can use the Empower record to record your meeting. We also have integration with CRM, which makes it easier for you to have access to all of your customer data, no matter the tool that you're using. Okay, so let's go to the demo time. Just gonna share my screen. Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to show you, to make sure that you understand that there's a difference between the Ringover solution and the Empower solution. So you're gonna need the Ringover solution in order to make calls. So you're gonna make all of your calls using the Ringover solution. And then all of those calls are going to be logged into the Empower solution. And the Empower solution will analyze all of your calls with the help of AI. So you can find the Empower solution here. So just go to Marketplace, and then you can find the Empower solution here. And also pay attention to the fact that if you have a user, a Ringover user, this user have a Ringover license. And this user is also going to need an Empower license if you want this user to have access to Empower. So these are two different licenses. So just go to billing and you have access to all of your license. So for instance, Ringover, the advanced, smart, cadence license, and also the Empower license. So here you can see I still have 4 licenses available. So I can add a new license if I need, but since I have 4 licenses available, I can use one of those 4 to assign this Empower license to a user. So I'm gonna show you how you do that in Empower. So if you have Empower, this is what you're gonna see. So this is the call logs when you're using Empower. So in order to assign a license to a user, just go to Settings, go to License, and then you are going to search for your user. So I just find my user. You have here assign license. Since I have 4 licenses available, then I can assign a license. If I do not have a license available, then I need to buy a new license before assigning the license. So just pay attention that these are different licenses. You have the Ringover license and also the Empower license. Okay, so just going to hide my camera so you can see better. You can see the screen better. Okay. The second thing that I wanted to show you is the AI customization. So as you know, AI needs training. So you can train your own AI. So the AI is a better fit for your business. So you can customize the call summary, for instance. So you can pick up a template because we have templates available for your business, such as sales. If you are a customer, you also have a template. If you are in HR, you also have a template. So feel free to check all of your templates available. I'm sorry. You can also pick up a summary length. So a short, a summary, or a long summary. And you can also insert keywords that is going to help you, to help the AI to do a summary that is going to be a better fit for your business. So here you have the summary preview according to the personalization that you just chose. You can also write your own prompt, so you can help the AI to better understand how you want your call summary to be shown. So you can type here your own ideas, your own prompt, and then the AI is going to produce a call summary that is a better fit for your business. You also have to choose between short and long, and then you're going to have the summary preview. You can also do some AI customizations by typing in words that the AI should recognize. So, for instance, instead of understanding that a ringover is an action, so ringover, you can tell the AI that the ringover is a brand and it's all together. So you can type in words that the AI should identify. And currently, Empower supports this language, so French, English, and Spanish. Okay, the last thing that we can customize here is the moments. So the moments are automatic tags that are going to be assigned to calls according to keywords that you're going to use during that call. So for instance, here I have the list of all of my moments. I can search my moments here, I can filter by team, and I can add a new moment. So I can add a new moment manually or using the AI. So I'm going to use the AI all along. You can choose the language, and you just type in word, for instance, sales, and then the AI is going to generate keywords. So you can exclude the keywords that are not important for you. For instance, I'm gonna leave pipeline, commission, target. I'm gonna take off negotiation, and you can add a moment. So here you can put a name for your tag, pick a color, an emoji, the group. So this is optional. So if you want to share this tag with specific groups, then you pick up a group here. Or you also have to choose who's being listened, who's going to be listened, so the AI can assign the tag. So for instance, if I pick agent, so every time my agent use one of these keywords, then the tag is going to be assigned. If I pick up contact, so client, if the client use one of the keywords, then the tag is going to be assigned. So you need to pay attention to how you're going to use this specific tag. So if it's a tag that concerns, I don't know, a deal or a prospect, then you can pick up contact. And then if the contact says the word interested, for instance, that means that the contact is probably someone that is going to buy the solution. So every time the contact says that he or she is interested, the tag is going to be assigned to that conversation. Or if it's a generic tag, you can pick agent and client. So if both people use the tag, the keyword, then the tag is going to be assigned. So just pay attention to how you're going to use this automatic tag. And then you can just save your change, and your moment is going to be assigned to your next conversations. So these are all the things that you can customize using the AI. I'm going to show you now the call logs. So this is the call logs of Empower, which is quite similar to the call logs of Ringover if you use the Ringover solution. So here you're going to find the agent, so the agent that was responsible for the call. You can see here, since the icon is showing you a call that was made, and this is a call that was received, you can see the arrow coming to the phone, and here the arrow is going outside of the phone, so it's an outbound call. You have here the contact, so the client that was concerned by the call. You have here the moments. So since I just explained you, the moments are automatic tags that are assigned to your call with the help of AI. So the AI is going to identify keywords and assign these moments to your calls. You also have the call score, which is based on criteria, and you're gonna have a mood, so which is positive, negative, or neutral, and you have the call score, which is from 1 stars to 5 stars. You also have the summary here, the duration of the call, the date and time, and you can assign this call as a favorite or not. So you can also search for a call here, the call logs. You can upload a file if you want the AI to analyze an external file. And you also have the filter between audio logs and video logs. And you have all of these filters here, which are users. So you can filter by user. As you can see, I'm filtering by my own user. So that is why you can only see my calls. You can filter by groups, audio type, so incoming, outgoing, voicemail, and uploaded audio. You also have the favorite calls, the call score, the mood, as I just explained you, positive, neutral, and negative, the audio language, and the moments, all of the moments that exist in this specific account. You also can filter by duration and by date. Okay, so you have all of these filters. I'm just going to show you, I'm going to pick up a call. So this is a long call. The call that lasts for 12 minutes. Okay, so here we're going to have the recap. So in the recap, you have all of this information. So you have the date and duration, the call participants, the call score, and the call summary. So it's in French. I'm going to switch to English. You have the overview, and you have the highlights of the conversation. You also have the reasons for the call. So the agent wants to exclude call transfer first. The agent wants to see the reason for missed calls. You also have the issues raised, the call resolution, and the next steps. Okay, so here is where you're gonna find all of your moments that were automatically assigned. Besides this one, because you can see you have the word added. So this means I added manually this moment, so this tag. So I can just take it off, and I can assign new tags. In case you did not use a keyword, or in case the AI failed to identify a keyword, you can come here and you can add manually the tag that you want. The difference is that you're going to have this word added to the tag. Okay, so you have all of these informations here, and you also have the studio. So here in the studio, you're gonna have access to the recording, so you can listen to all of the call. You can change the playback speed, and you can download the recording. You're gonna find the transcript here. You can search in the transcript for a specific word, and here in the transcript, you can highlight some information. So for instance, you can see that here in French, I just said myself. And this was identified as a people information. So if I take this off, you can see that the myself is not highlighted anymore. If I look down, let's look for another word. So this one, for instance, was identified as a company. So if I take this off, then you don't see the highlight anymore. So you have all of these options here. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to show you is that you can leave comments. So you can leave comments for all of your teams. So these are internal comments regarding these specific calls. So all of your team members that will check this call log afterwards are going to have access to the comments that you leave here. You can also add this call to a library. So you're going to find all of the folders that you have, or you can add a new folder and then add this call to the library. The last feature that I wanted to show you is the snipped. So you can just create a snipped here. So you will pick up a moment in the conversation that is important for you. So a moment that you can use to do a training or to talk about with your team member. So for instance, your team member spoke badly with a client. You can create a snippet of that specific moment so you can discuss that moment with your team member. Or your team member was very good by selling the product, so you can also create a snippet of that specific moment so you can show that moment to other team members for a training program, or to show a good practice to your team members. So create a snippet, and then the snippet is going to appear here. You're gonna find all of your snippets here. You can delete it, or you can add new snippet. Just wait. Okay, so here I can create a snippet, test, and I'm gonna save. So I'm gonna find all of my snippets here. I can delete them, and I can also hide this sidebar. So you're gonna find all of this information here. I'm just gonna show you really quick. The library is also available here. So you can find the library here. So you can add the call to the library from here. And you can also find the library here. You can add a new folder here. And for instance, I created a folder, Marcos, and I can create a new folder inside the folder and add calls to that folder. So this is going to help you to better classify your calls. Okay, so I just showed you all of the important features here when we're talking about the call logs, the recap, and the studio. So pay attention to really use all of these features to analyze your calls and to better understand your service. I just saw that we have a question, so I'm just gonna take a look at the questions. Okay, Martina just asked, can you add the snippet of a call to the call library? So let's try to do that. So here I have my test snippet. So I'm just gonna try to add it to the library. So let's pick this folder. Add folder. Okay, let's take a look. And I have my snippet here. So yes, you can add snippets to a folder. So as you can see, this was a snippet that I created, which is called test. So I just did it. And I was able to add it to the folder Marcos, which I had created previously in the library. Okay, second question. So Matthew just asked that when we're creating a moment, will this create prompts that appear before my users as soon as a word is mentioned? Will this work on both the MacBook app and the online desktop version? So yeah, it should work in both versions. So this is not a problem. For the moment, so what will happen when you create a moment? I'm just gonna show you. So you come here, you create a moment, and when you create a moment, you are creating a tag, so an automatic tag that is going to be assigned as soon as your users use a specific keyword during a conversation. So if I choose, for instance, this one. So as you can see, this one has only 5 keywords, which are in French. So every time I choose agent and client. So every time the agent or the client use one of these keywords, then this tag, so this moment called formation, will be assigned to the conversation. So basically what will happen is you create the moment. Once the moment is created, the next calls that your team members will make will be concerned by this automatic tag if they use the keyword that you assigned to this tag. So for instance, if you assigned following, skills, professional training, if you assign all of these keywords to the tag and your agent or the client, in this case, use one of the keywords, then the moment is going to be assigned and you're going to see the moment here in the call log. So for instance, let's just wait. Okay, so here you can see the moments that were assigned because the keywords were used. And you can find the key moments when you click on the call, when you're here in the recap. So let's just take a look at the studio. Because for instance, here you can see that the keyword was used. For instance, here as well, there was a keyword in this specific part of the conversation. So by following the color code, you can see that the keyword was used. So for instance, here I used the word formation. So that's why the tag was assigned to the conversation. Okay, we have another question. Can you send call summary as a text into Zendesk tool? I need to check. So I know that we have integration with some CRM and some tools such as Zendesk. So we need to check if the summary can be sent as a text. Because I think that the summary is part of the data that we send, that we share with Zendesk. That I will be answering this question by mail, but I am pretty sure that this is part of the data that the Empower tool will share with the Zendesk tool. But you can also download the transcript here. So has a CSV or a TXT. So by going to the studio, so you have the recap and you have the studio, just come here and then you can download the transcript. Just wait for just a few minutes so a few more people can ask their questions. Feel free to ask the question again if you think that I didn't answer it correctly or if you still have any doubt. So once again, I'm going to show you our next webinar pages, which is here. So you have access to support.ringover.com. And here, webinar, you can find all of our next webinars and the best webinars that we had. So the next webinar, which is tomorrow, we'll talk about the API, the Ringover API. So we're going to talk about this technical term, which is API. So if you have an interest in this more technical knowledge, feel free to join us for the tomorrow webinar. We're also going to have the first steps with Ringover in 16 days, the Empower statistics, where we're going to talk about the analytics of Empower. So this is going to be a topic for a whole webinar. So feel free also to join our analytics, Empower Analytics webinar, which is going to take place on February 18. So if you do not have any more questions, so we just had a question from Simon. Can we get access to the recording of the webinars? Yes. For everyone that was registered to the webinar, you're going to have a copy of the recording after the webinar is ended. So you're going to receive it by mail. And even if you don't receive it, which would be strange, you can once again come to the support page, webinar, and then you're going to find the video of the webinar in the webinars section. I'm just going to show you. So here you click on webinar and you're going to find the webinar in this list in just a few days. But if you came to this webinar, you will certainly receive an email with the recording of the webinar. So don't worry. So thank you all for coming. Hope you can use the Empower solution better now, or if you're interested in having the Empower solution, that you will get some license for your users so you can enjoy these AI features that we have here with Empower. So thank you all for coming, and I see you in the next webinar. Thank you.